So the day has finally come. PlayStation 2 games have indeed been added to the PlayStation 5. And if you have the PlayStation Plus Premium Edition, like I do, because stupid thing auto-renewed before I could cancel it, you now have access to 3 PlayStation 2 games on your PlayStation 5. They are as follows, as you can see: Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoons, Star Wars: The Clone Wars, and Tomb Raider Legend. Now, Sly Cooper, I played back in the day. Clone Wars and Tomb Raider Legend, I never played, so that'll be kind of interesting to see. You can see here, you can stream these games if you have PlayStation Plus. I went ahead and downloaded them for you guys, so we get the best version. And you can actually select which version of the game you want, which I kind of find interesting because the PlayStation 4 version is a little bit of a larger file size than the PlayStation 5 version, so I don't really know what the difference is. You would think it's the same thing. I would assume that the PlayStation 5 version is indeed the best version of the game, however, so we're going to go ahead and check these games out because obviously I'm the king of PlayStation emulation. I'm the king of PlayStation YouTube and emulation in general, so I want to see kind of what these games bring to the table. Now, you can see here we do have some features. There is a rewind feature for the game. There are different settings that you can do, and there is load and save anywhere you want. So I went ahead and just booted up the game so that way we were into the gameplay and you don't have to wait through cutscenes and stuff like that. Now, when you go into the settings and you go to the visual presets, you have the default, which is kind of like a very blown up image. Modern, which kind of adjusts the contrast. Classic arcade, which doesn't look good. And modern arcade, which also doesn't look good. I guess that's trying to be like a CRT, but that's pretty much all you have here. When you go to enhancements, you can turn them off or turn them on, and you can see it doesn't make a difference for for the visuals, which is very strange to me. I'm not quite sure like what those enhancements are doing. You can customize your buttons and change the region, but beyond that, like, those are our settings here. So this is Sly Cooper. This was a fun game back in the day. You know, I did enjoy this game. Obviously, we're going to have, you know, cutscenes and a lot of talking going on because PlayStation 2 games, you know, the dawning of the 3D era where the power could be, you know, well put it out to the hardware that we finally have. But I'm kind of sitting here looking at this like, okay, what took so long to get these PlayStation 2 games onto the PlayStation 5? Because when you look at this emulation, it's fine, but it doesn't do anything like super special. There are obviously free emulators out there that, I mean, I've covered before on the channel, how to play your PS2 games in 4K and how to set all that stuff up, play them in nice HD, and to see like no kind of forced widescreen support or anything like that added into this, it kind of takes away from it a little bit. Like, it's still fun, but if you have a computer from the somewhat modern era, like, you can already do this and so much more, and I don't need a PlayStation subscription. You know, at least with like Nintendo Switch Online with the N64 stuff, like, yeah, the games are slightly enhanced visually. Is this really slightly enhanced visually? I'm not Digital Foundry, but this definitely looks like, you know, a 480p style of image. And of course, you know, you have some additional features with Nintendo Switch Online. I'm not trying to cap for that service, by the way, because obviously it's not very good. But you can at least play online with people. I don't know if you can do that on here. Obviously, Sly doesn't have an online component to it. But okay, so this is how Sly Cooper looks and performs. Of course, the one thing they did add that some people will probably like, and I know I would get crucified in the comments if I didn't mention it, was, of course, trophy support. RGT don't care about trophies, though. All right, let's check out another game. All right, so here is Star Wars: The Clone Wars, and honestly, oh, look, I got a trophy. Like, this looks better than Sly Cooper did. Obviously, we have the widescreen support going on here. I didn't change anything, so I'm going to guess that it's kind of contingent on what settings the game had originally, because obviously some PS2 games did have widescreen support, and it did have different resolutions. You could do 480p or 480i. So maybe that's what this is kind of based on, as far as, but you would think it would be like uniform across the board. Like if this emulation actually had some time and effort put into it. But I mean, this actually looks pretty good. This is playing decently enough. I mean, a lot of the PlayStation 2 games from this era, obviously you have, you know, more sort of modern controls. You don't have to do much with that. But this is actually playing rather decently. And, you know, it actually looks pretty good as well with the widescreen. And, you know, it looks like the textures are a bit of a higher resolution. Like I said, I'm not Digital Foundry or anything like that. I don't know anything about, you know, super technical specs. All I know is what my eyes kind of show me. And what my eyes are showing me here is a nice clean image with widescreen support. So this isn't bad. This isn't bad at all. It does have local multiplayer, which I don't know. I don't have anyone to play with anyway, so I don't know how that works. But this is fine. I might actually check this game out and, you know, give it some more time. The menus look absolutely horrible and a little glitchy, honestly, but hey, that don't matter. As long as the game is playing good, we're in good shape here. So okay, Clone Wars, not bad. Let's check out some Tomb Raider next. All right, so here is our Tomb Raider game, and once again, like the Star Wars game, there was a little glitch in the initial cutscene that played. But once again, much like Star Wars, this does have native widescreen. I didn't change anything. It just automatically shot up into widescreen. You know, obviously, it's kind of a soft image. I'm not trying to be a perv here on Laura. I mean, yeah, she looked good. You know, it is a bit of a softer image. We could do way better with, you know, emulation. But you know, the widescreen support is nice. I still don't understand what the enhancements are, but I'm going to guess it's just based on the game. You know, whatever game you play, if the game natively had a higher resolution or a higher, if it offered widescreen support natively, then that's how it's going to boot up and play. I actually don't see an option to change it to 4:3. Not that, you know, I would really want to, because obviously this is the way the game was intended to be played. But a little disappointing that there is no like real enhancements done to it, especially when we had to wait so long and we're having to, you know, pay for this service. You can also buy these games individually, but they're charging $30 for this game. You heard me correct, folks. They are charging $30 for this game. And I am sorry, but that is absolutely crazy. That's how I feel. That's how I feel seeing that $30 price point. Like, really? Really? When you look at something like Metroid Prime Remastered, that cost me $40, and that was built from the ground up. This is just emulation running on my PlayStation 5. Like, and if there's really no sort of additional bells and whistles, like, I don't know. If PlayStation 2 emulation was still, like, tricky and, you know, you couldn't enhance it, but I mean, if you are watching this on a computer, your computer can emulate PlayStation 2, no problem. You can watch my video on how to do it. I guess as an option, it's not the worst thing in the world, but there's better ways to play it, and that $30 price point is just ridiculous for these games. Like, I'm playing these via PlayStation Plus. I would not have bought these games if I had to pay $30. Ain't no way in hell. Like, it's not enhanced, really. So I don't know. You know what it feels? It feels half-assed. It feels half-assed, like PlayStation Plus has kind of been when it comes to the classic stuff. The modern stuff is fine, you know, giving you new games and stuff. That's fine. But when it comes to the retro stuff, the classic stuff, like, I don't know. This just feels pretty disappointing. Are trophies and, you know, save states really worth it to you? because you could do save states via emulation. Let me know in the comments section down below, though. Are you going to be checking out these games? What do you think about the emulation? As I have shown you guys, these are just my thoughts. Hit that subscribe button if you are new, and thank you for watching this video. If this is your first time here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I am the king of emulation. I am the king of PlayStation YouTube, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Later.